Most of Canada's big cities are eagerly waiting to hear exactly what the terms will be for Phase 2 of the Federal Transit Infrastructure Fund, specifically whether the federal government will continue to provide 50 cents on the dollar for funding. That was a revolutionary step forward for equity for local governments, which spend millions of dollars, tens of millions of dollars a year operating and maintaining these systems once they come online. We get no recovery in terms of fiscal stimulus and tax uplift when they're being built. All that goes to the federal government. So we've said, hey, 50 cents on the dollar is fantastic, and we really encourage them to maintain that. We also have really positive indications from the province that one of the major upsides of the carbon levy will be that it will provide a source of funds to build green infrastructure, and some of the greenest infrastructure there is transit. So again, we're also hearing very positive indications from the province that there'll be some source of funds for them to match the federal level of ambition around transit, and so again, we'll wait for details on that, hopefully in the provincial budget not too distant. I keep talking about permanent supportive housing because if we build the 1,000 units of permanent supportive housing that we need, we can actually start to think about getting to zero with homelessness, because that's the gaping hole in our 10-year plan right now, is the construction of sufficient units. And you know, for my money as a taxpayer, 1,000 units of permanent supportive housing is way cheaper than a hospital, when the average stay for someone who's homeless who gets admitted to a hospital is 66 days. And that would pay for more than a year of permanent supportive housing. So there is a business case, there is a fiscal case at a time when the province and the feds are talking about how to control healthcare costs, to invest in housing out of that $22 billion of social infrastructure funding. So the mayors are, I think, most urgently wanting to hear specifics about allocation and dollars starting to flow to build and maintain Canada's social housing stock, and in particular permanent supportive housing.